Welcome back, Arcade Warriors. Today we're taking a trip back to 1986, a year when mullets were glorious, quarters were plentiful, and arcades were the place to be. I'm counting down my top 5 favorite arcade games of 1986, the games that ate my allowance and left me begging for just one more continue. So grab the joystick, limber up those thumbs, and let's dive in. Starting this off at number 5 is Gladiator by Taito. This was no ordinary sword and shield brawler. It was part arena combat, part strip poker. You fought one-on-one duels against armored opponents, and every hit chipped away at their armor piece by piece until they were practically fighting in their underwear. Of course, the same could happen to you, which led to the ultimate arcade shame walk. Gameplay was tough as nails. You had to aim high, mid, or low with your strikes while blocking incoming blows. It felt intense, like a medieval rock, paper, scissors match with steel. The graphics were sharp for the time, and watching armor fly off made every victory extra satisfying. It wasn't the most polished game of 1986, but it was memorable, quirky, and absolutely quarter hungry. Sliding into number 4, we've got Namco's Rolling Thunder. Think James Bond meets arcade action, but with pants so tight they defy physics. You play as a secret agent named Albatross, taking on the evil organization Geldra to rescue your fellow agent Leela. Gameplay was a side-scrolling run and gun with a cool cover system. You could duck into doors, pop out, and blast the enemies like you were in a spy movie. The enemies, oh man, they mostly looked like hooded hitchmen in different colored robes, yellow guys, purple guys, and even some with machine guns. They weren't exactly original, but when 20 of them were charging you, it didn't matter. Your pulse was pumping. Reception? It was a hit, spawning sequels and influencing games like Shinobi. Rolling Thunder gave us cinematic spy action before cinematic was even a thing in games. At number 3 is one of the most underrated gems of the 80s, Rygar by Tecmo. This game had you step into the sandals of a resurrected warrior, armed with a Diskarmor, basically a shield attached to a chain. Imagine a yo-yo, but one that could decapitate monsters. Pure genius. You marched across a mythological world, battling everything from giant scorpions to flying demons. The music was epic. The enemies, brutal. The action, it was non-stop. What made Rygar stand out was its blend of platforming and combat. You had to stay on your toes, jumping pits, timing attacks, and always managing that iconic spinning weapon. Critics loved it, fans ate it up, and it paved the way for even more famous NES version. But for me, the arcade original was pure magic, chaotic, colorful, and unforgettable. At number 2, grab your bandana and endless grenades. It's SNK's Ikari Warriors. This was SNK's answer to Commando, but bigger, louder, and with a rotary joystick that let you move in one direction while shooting in another. A mechanic that felt revolutionary back then. You and a buddy could co-op as two muscle-bound soldiers, Ralph and Clark, mowing down endless waves of enemy soldiers, tanks, and bunkers. The game gave you vehicles to hijack, explosions everywhere, and a difficulty level that made you question your life choices. The best part, infinite grenades. Sure, they were weak compared to your rifle, but nothing beat spamming grenades just to clear the screen and feel like an action hero. Ikari Warriors was a massive success, popular enough to get sequels and even an NES port. It was the ultimate bring a friend, burn some quarters, and fight a war you'll never win arcade experience. And finally, at number 1, the King of Chaos, the Master of Mayhem, Rampage. Released by Bally Midway, this was the game that let you live out your secret childhood fantasy, destroying entire cities as a giant monster. You could play as George the giant ape, Lizzie the giant lizard, or Ralph the giant werewolf. You climbed buildings, punched them until they crumbled, ate civilians, and swatted helicopters out of the sky. Basically, you were the villain, and it was glorious. The animations were hilarious. Monsters would shrink down naked when they died, and you'd laugh even as you popped in another quarter. Plus, it was a fantastic multiplayer game. 3 friends wrecking havoc together. That's pure arcade joy. Rampage was so iconic it spawned sequels, home versions, and even a Hollywood movie decades later. But nothing, and I mean nothing, beats that original arcade cabinet and the thrill of smashing a city block into rubble. So there you have it, my top 5 favorite arcade games of 1986, from Gladiator duels to Monster Mayhem. 1986 gave us unforgettable games that still put a smile on my face. But what about you? Which 1986 arcade game stole your quarters? Did Rampage reign supreme for you too, or was there another classic I missed? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your arcade war stories. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you don't miss the next retro countdown. Until next time, keep your quarters close and your reflexes sharp. Stay trigger happy, friends.